What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gary and this is Become the Music. Welcome and thank you for stopping by. Tonight I'm going to start a dive into one of my favorite artists. So this is not a reaction so much as it is me talking about someone that I really like a lot and hoping to share this person's artistry, his magnificent artistry, with you. The name of this artist is Joseph Arthur, and I've been a fan since around 1999, 2000, somewhere in there. I went to see Ben Harper, who I really dig a lot as well. And Joseph Arthur was the opening act, and I'd never heard of him, had no idea. He walked out with an acoustic guitar and proceeded to completely devastate me. He was absolutely amazing. And one of the reasons is that he performs what's known as looping. You may have seen Ed Sheeran and some other people do looping, where you start a percussive thing on your guitar and that's the drum beat, and then digitally it records and you add you add like a bass line over top or some guitar chords or some little fills, that sort of thing. And you build up patterns and layers of sort of like a one-man band kind of thing, right? Or one-woman band, you get the point. And that was the first time I'd ever seen that, and it floored me. It totally blew me away. But beyond that, his songwriting was amazing. And so I've been really into him for over 20 years now. And the song I've picked, you can probably see the title here, it's called Honey in the Moon. This was kind of a well-known song. It's been featured in a few TV shows and maybe films and stuff. I think it was in House MD. He had a couple songs in House MD, which is my favorite show. But this is from his third studio album called Redemption's Son, not to be confused with Redemption Song by Bob Marley. Redemption's Son, and the whole record is just killer. So very talented multi-instrumentalist and producer. If you've seen some of my other videos like Jeff Buckley, you may have heard me talk about producers that layer a lot of sound and use a lot of different textures in their music. Joseph Arthur's one of them. So this is an absolutely beautiful song called Honey in the Moon. Let's dive in. Great guitar player.
Don't know why I'm still afraid. If you weren't real, I would make you up.
What a great line.
Now, I wish that I could follow through. I know that your love is true and deep as the sea. But right now, everything you want is wrong, and right now, all your dreams are waking up, and right now, I wish I could follow you.
So good.
To the shores of freedom.
There's so much going on in the background quietly. Just want to stop here to point out those lyrics. The first line, don't know why I'm still afraid. If you weren't real, I would make you up. It's like this, I don't know why I'm afraid of a relationship. You're everything I ever wanted. You're perfect. If you weren't real, I would make you up. Meaning like, you're the person that, you're my ideal. I couldn't think of anyone better than you, right? And then, but right now, all your dreams are waking up. Meaning the person of your interest has different plans. They can't be with you right now. Also want to point out just a little thing that comes in. So there's lots of layers, textures sonically going on. And I'm going to raise my finger when you hear this neat little effect come in.
To the shores of freedom, where no one lives.
Wait. Right there. Right? Little cascading sound texture. There it is again, little bells almost.
Remember when we first met and everything was still a bet in love's game. You would call, I'd call you back, and then I'd leave a message on your answering machine.
Layers of vocals here you can hear.
Right now, everything
Listen to those layers of vocals. Oh. So good. Run away tonight.
Made out of blood and rust, looking for someone to trust without a fight. I think that you came too soon. You're the honey and the moon that lights up my night.
A synthesizer.
Right now, everything you want is wrong and right now. All your dreams are waking up and right now. I wish I could follow you to the shores of freedom where no one lives. Freedom, run away tonight. Freedom.
There's so much going on. It sounds very simple. It sounds like, oh, there's a guitar and a bass and drums and maybe a little bit of texture of keyboards or something. If you put headphones on and you listen to what he's doing, you listen to the subtleties, the nuances in the texture and the arranging, he is an absolutely brilliant producer. The stuff that he throws in that's just like there and gone, and you really have to pay attention. It's the kind of music that really will rewards you on repeated listenings, because every time you hear more things. I've heard this 5,000 times because I'm paying attention for the purposes of this video. I'm hearing more things. I'm like, oh, what's that? Never quite noticed that before. Listen to all that, and the sum just blends in. The sum is greater than its parts, right? By the way, that's a piece of his art on the cover. He does a lot of painting and a lot of sculptures, a lot of everything. He's very artistically inclined. He had a museum in New York called the Museum of Modern Arthur. Anyways, it's back.
We got too much time to kill, like pigeons on my windowsill. We hang around.
Little shakers.
Ever since I've been with you, you hold me up all the time. I'm falling.
You hold me up every time I'm falling down.
Right now, everything is turning blue, and right now, the sun is trying to kill the moon, and right now, I wish I could follow you to the shores of freedom where no one lives. Freedom, run away tonight. Freedom, run away tonight. Freedom.
There's so much going on. Little piano parts, so many vocal layers, all this stuff, right? Super diverse artist as well. Like every album has all these different facets of what he does. There's darkness, there's rock stuff, there's funkier stuff, tons of folky acoustic stuff like that, electronic stuff, you name it, verging on hip hop beats here and there. He dives into a lot of stuff, and he's very, very prolific. Something about him also live, I mentioned that he does looping, like with his guitar, is that almost every time he plays, the songs are different. So meaning that, you might see him a couple nights in a row and he might play this, the same song you might see twice or whatever, right? It might be completely different the next time. He changes the arrangement, he changes the vocal melody, the tempo of it, whatever, to keep it fresh for himself and the audience. When I saw him in Houston in 2004, I think it was, a little club in Houston, he came out and he said that this is a new song and I'm going to play it for you tonight. I just wrote it last night. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. And he said, I'm challenging myself on this tour to write and perform a brand new song every night. Songwriting 101. I have the recording of it. He sells recordings after his show. He records his shows, and then you can buy a CD of it right after. He burns a CD for you. And he says, yeah, this is Songwriting 101 for me. I'm writing and recording a new song every night. And they were great songs. Like, that's just ridiculous. And who does that, right? He's a guy that I think should be huge. He's just so gifted, but he just never managed to kind of crack it. He had a couple of tastes of fame. In the Sun was probably his best known song, or this one. This was fairly well known. You may have heard either of these songs before, but he just has so much going on in his music, and so many great songs. I don't know why he never hit it big. It's one of those mysteries. Why do other artists of this type get, the accolades they do? Ryan Adams, Elliott Smith, David Gray, whatever. In my view, he's as good or better than any of those guys. But that's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. This is just about me expressing my appreciation for this person's artistry and sharing it, and hoping that you liked it as well. Please drop some comments below. Let me know. Do you know Joseph Arthur? Have you heard him? Are you a fan? Is this a new thing for you? Did you like what you hear? Please drop some requests as well. If you want to hear me do some more Joseph Arthur, I'd be more than happy to, because I am going to dive into his stuff a little bit. There's a lot of his stuff I haven't heard because he got so prolific and I got busy with other music, and I'd heard a lot of his stuff. I've got a huge collection of concert CDs and stuff from him, like so much. I kind of burned myself out on him a little bit for a while. That can kind of happen, right? And I got into other stuff. So there's, the last maybe 10 years or so, I haven't heard a lot of his stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be fresh for me as well. So thank you for joining me on this trip, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video. Peace out. Have a wonderful evening.